And welcome back to another live stream here on the Twitch.tv/Xisuma. I just got an alert, like an alarm saying your microphone is unmuted. It's like, yeah, it's not muted. Thanks. That's kind of how I want it to be. Strange. Very strange. Welcome everyone. Welcome back. Should we log in and play? It's day 2 of the Hermitcraft live stream weekend, and between streams, Unteachable Games subscribed. So thank you for using your Prime on me, my dude. You're probably not here right now, but we appreciate it nonetheless. We're in the middle of building walls. I guess might as well keep the stuff in my inventory. And we're going to expand the farms a little bit today, as well as grab our wings and go on an adventure. I got things planned. I got things figured out. Also, I quite like this. This here, it needs a little extra to it, but I've grown fond of it. I've grown fond of it. How am I? Emerald Tigress asks. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm good today. Today is a good day. Do you know why? Because I didn't have to use my AK. Right, let's place some blocks. Maybe a little bit of polished blocks near the top or something might kind of give this this wall here a little bit more of a story, right? Like the thing with the random blocks is they're just random. So you kind of want to find ways to bring a little extra to how you've put the blocks together. Didn't have to use what? Question mark? My AK. It was a good day. I didn't have to use my AK. That's how you know when it's a good day, you know? Welcome to all the peeps tuning in. Mr. Bones says, bro didn't have to use his AK. Yeah, exactly. Didn't have to use it. Sign of a good day. Your kids downloaded the Season 10 world on Xbox and they're so happy you can't believe you got custom heads in there. Yeah, I forgot about that one when I was going over all the things we got working. It's just so ubiquitous on Java Edition. When I saw it on Bedrock, I kind of forgot, oh yeah, we got that to work. You had a sixth sense I would be live. Dang, it's like there was some sort of schedule. There was some sort of announcement that I would be live. That's what it's like. I guess I could have left some of those in. They're part of the same block palette. After all. I'll put one back then. Some of y'all are very confused about my my AK remarks. Dang, I'm old. That's what that means. That just means I'm old now. I'm officially old. Great. The kids don't understand anymore. Let's see. I could use some cracked over here. Wow, we're running out. Running out of stone. Should have more stone. Oh, I've got to do another trip to get materials, I guess. Unless there's some lying around here. Right, I don't want to get too distracted because I just remembered something incredibly important, and that is that I made myself a hot matcha latte, and this one, oh, I forgot to leave the spoon in it, dang it. I'd like to give it a stir while I drink it. This, my friends, is a royal treat. It warms up my hands, it tastes amazing. I'm literally going to sit here and chat to you while I drink it, so enjoy the slurpy sounds. Mando706, thank you for 11 months of support, and Dan Metroid Arnold for 26. I should be sleeping right now, but I had to pop in to cash this anniversary message out. To be honest, I like 26 better than 25. Thank you, my dude, appreciate it. Go to bed. Ketchup or chili sauce, X? That's an easy one, chili sauce. I find ketchup really boring. I never go for ketchup with chips or anything. Mayonnaise with chips, gorgeous. Ketchup's really boring. I have to say it. The slurping doesn't bother you. That's good for you. That's good for you. It does bother some people, I know that. Matcha sounds awesome. It is, yeah. Crony says, for anyone asking, it's an Ice Cube reference. Why would I reference an Ice Cube? They're like, I don't even drink cold drinks, man. Jeez. Whatever. You only do salt on chips. That's the way. That's the way. You're still confused about the AK comment. Apparently, it had something to do with ice cubes in my drink. I don't know what they're on about. These kids these days. Oh man, this is nice. I feel like I left it like 1 or 2 minutes too many. When I make my drink, tea seems to stay hot for longer than this matcha latte. I don't know why. Crony says, don't get cheeky with me, sir. Thank you for explaining it to people. Yes, I like to be cheeky. Oh, look at that. I don't have to go too far. That's good. Cold milk. Yeah, I had milk to it, but, you know, about the same as a cup of tea, right? Like, it's just... The latte, the matcha latte, always seems to just go colder quicker. I mean, maybe I'm imagining things, but it feels like that. It's an hour and a half, and it will be December in New Zealand. Cannot wait to set up the tree. Oh, for Christmas. Enjoy it, enjoy it. Yo, Music Persil 96. Thank you for 7 months, my dude. Welcome to the stream. Most likely because you shouldn't heat a matcha latte above 60, whilst tea is normally way hotter if you boil the water. Well, I don't know where you got that information from, but I just pour the boiled water in just like I do with a cup of tea, so... You could argue that there's less, I don't know, because you're putting in all the powdered latte stuff, because it comes from a sachet. You could argue that maybe there's less water overall, but like not by much. It just always seems to lose its heat quicker. Like I wouldn't say, oh, this drink that I have to prepare at a lower temperature seems to lose its heat quicker. Like, the implied thing is that I pretty much make them the same way. Have I tried proper Japanese matcha powder? Yeah, that's what I've got in the drink. It's gorgeous. Looks like some of y'all are excited for Christmas. That's great. December tomorrow. If you take suggestions, maybe some tough would look great on the stair support since it's a bit darker and therefore may semi-simulate shadows. Yeah, I feel like there's a time and a place to do that kind of shadow stuff, and I'm not sure I'm really there yet. Like, it's a really good thing to add to a build. I'm just not sure. Like, I want to figure all that out. Right, that is the matcha finish. That is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot get over how good that stuff is. Maybe one day I'll grow sick of it, but I doubt anytime soon. Do I also heat the milk that high? Now I just put in some, oh, excuse me, mouth burps. Oh, there we go. Oh, we used a bit of polished on this side, didn't we? And they're both kind of in line with each other, which makes me think... Might want to add like a little... I think a free wide indent, literally where we are, might be the way to do this. So let's say we go ahead and finish up this wall bit right here. Are we going to run out of andesite? We're probably going to run out of andesite. That's probably the way. Right, yeah, we'll leave that as like a little indent, just to sort of break up the two different wall designs, I think, would be smart. What's this thing here? What is that thing, eh? So we're going to get some more andesite. I think I'm going to run out of andesite pretty soon. You've never tried matcha, says LJ. Well, whenever you do get around to trying it, I think the best way to try it is the authentic way first, right? You want the real stuff. But it's got such a different taste sensation because it uses... So you have five like taste sensory receivers. I don't know, I'm just throwing words together. It probably makes sense. You got bitterness, saltiness, sourness, and maybe sweetness is the other one. Anyway, then there's this fifth one that they call unamai or something. And that's what the matcha stimulates. It stimulates this different taste experience. And the way I describe it is it's sort of like bitter first and sweet second. You get that it's got its flavor, but it kind of feels a bit on the bitter side, but then pretty quickly it just sort of turns. Umamai. Okay, there we go. Pretty much it turns quite quickly, and then it's just sweet. And like Moorish. Very Moorish, actually. Pretty much every time I get some of my homemade matcha ice cream, right, the first spoonful is like, oh, maybe I'm not in the mood for this today. And then the second spoonful is like, oh my god, give me more. And then I just plow through the whole thing. That's probably enough to do the bit we want to do. What's annoying is that I seem to have run out again. I should probably go get some more. Rage bait, 10 out of 10. Oh, what? You mammy. Okay, you mammy. Gosh. They're just letters, you know? Umami. Umami is how you say it, right. I'm not trying to rage bait anyone. You love it, it's the best base for savory. Yeah. I don't know if you can call it savory. That's interesting. When I make it with curry, it seems to bring out more of the bitterness. And that's an interesting, like the way it hits in a curry's interesting. Like you really get more of the bitterness out of it. Still sweet, but like that's more savory in my mind. If you haven't figured it out, this is where I come to get more of this stuff. Just pop down into the mines, wander around and find some andesite. I don't think this stuff generates higher up in the world. I was looking for it across the mountains and like in the mountain caves and I didn't find any. I had to come deep down into the world to find some. Feels strange to do this. Usually I accumulate tons of this stuff and don't need to go specifically mining for it, but this season things are different. You should try sea salt matcha, very yummy. I would love to, yeah. I'm going to hopefully go back to Japan next year. And we'll definitely try more cuisine. I can't believe that I came back from there and had lost weight. In fact, actually, I've been losing weight. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm sort of eating like I normally do. I think it's the intermittent fasting. I just keep losing weight. Like, I weighed myself this morning and I'm still, like, I've lost even more weight again. Like, not a crazy amount, but it just keeps going down at the moment. And it's weird because I feel like I'm spending more time at the computer, less physical activity. And my workouts are even smaller because I'm dedicating a bit more time to Hermitcraft at the moment, right? Like, it feels so strange to do all of that and then just find you're losing weight, but won't let it go on for too long. Where's me bundle? Me bundle? There's me bundle, right. See, now you can pick up with the bundle all these like little extra ones that get in there and take up a slot without really needing to be there. Right, I think that's our little harvesting mission done. take these blocks and bounce. Inimi says, as someone who works in a hospital, don't hesitate to go to your GP for a checkup if you're losing weight and no discernible reason. I think it probably is just calories in, calories out. It usually is. It just, I don't know. It feels a bit strange to sort of tweak my dials a bit, you know, little less exercise, and then maybe you're losing muscle mass. It could be, yeah. I don't feel like I am, but anyway, I don't feel like I'm losing energy or anything. Like, I feel perfectly normal. It's just every time I get on the scales, I seem to just steadily be losing weight. It's not water weight. This has been going on for like well over a month now. I probably just need to eat a bit more food is all, but yeah, I'll definitely eat plenty of food today. Gonna make that's aging exclamation mark. No. We're talking about like over a course of like weeks, you know. Could be related to aging, but like no, it's just a bit strange. Wasn't the way I expected it to go. Intermittent fasting cuts your visceral fat. I've not heard that before. I like intermittent fasting does have a little bit of a claim next to it of like helping you lose weight and stuff, but like there's no like hack. There's no way to trick yourself into like losing more weight. It does sort of boil down to calories in, calories out. Usually these things are psychological. It's like because you're eating 2 meals a day, those meals are bigger, it's harder to eat as much, you get through the day, you know, technically eating less. But I count calories, so like when I do intermittent fasting and I do 2 meals a day, I'm having, you know, the same amount of food. So yeah, when I hear something like that, I'm a bit skeptical. But there could be something to it, I don't know. I put a little bit of tough at the bottom just to simulate some shade, you know. But that creates a nice little breaker, I think, between these two bits. It's not entirely obvious, but it's there, it's there. Is that where that's supposed to go? It is, because we're building a wall right off the back of this one. Can kind of use that to help me put in the next blocks, right? I like doing simple building like this. It's nice. It's relaxing. It's maxing. It ain't too taxing. Something like that. What is that? What is the origin of that? That's like a 90s schoolground... schoolground? Playground? Like school playground rhyme that kids used to say. Relaxing, maxing, ain't too taxing. Oh, I've built it up a little too much here. Schoolyard, yeah. I was getting some of the words together. Can you ask why I started intermittent fasting? I heard about a bunch of health benefits related to it, right? Getting your weight under control. Supposedly, like, it helps with energy balance and, like, eating less will help you age slower. Like every time you fire up your metabolism is heavily linked to aging, and so is eating lots of like sugary foods and stuff. So the theory is essentially if you intermittent fast, you're eating less frequently, so that adds up over time. You know, you're not firing up your metabolism to digest food as much, and also with a sort of like low sugary foods diet, you know, supposedly that's good for aging. But, you know, that's a very hard thing to measure. So, you know, I did it and it's like, do I like doing this? And the answer is yeah. I feel like I have more time to do other things if not, like, cooking and eating as much. Just do it twice a day. I don't know why I thought that would look good, because it doesn't. I think we need some of the other type of stairs as well in here. It will be easy to measure if you get old. I don't know, like, because here's the problem, right? If you do intermittent fasting and you age well, i.e. you look young and healthy as you age, right? Someone can just come along and say, well, that's genetics. And that's because it could be genetics at the same time. Like, people have different genetic makeups. I'm a strong believer, not in nurture and nature, but probably some blend of both, which is always different in every circumstance. You only eat once a day, an 800 calorie meal, extra on workout days. Been doing that for about a year, and I've had one of my most mentally balanced years ever, says Headset Hobo. I gotta say, wait. You put an exclamation mark before 800, which means probably a 1, so 1,800. That's much better. Like, if you're below like 6 foot or whatever, I imagine 1,800. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds doable. But 800, that scares me. Like, I heard this statistic, not statistic, like a number, that if you're going to do calorie counting and calorie cutting, to never cut more than 25% of what you need a day. And when I first started counting calories and I was doing a lot of running, I was probably, let me think. No, I was probably like on the border of that, because I used to eat like about 3,000 plus calories a day, and like some days I would cut about 700 when I did a run. So, yeah, probably kind of close to that, but never really over it. But since I heard that, I kind of adopted a mentality of like slow and steady wins the race. So these days, if I'm cutting, it's probably no more than like 300 or 400 a day. Your TDEE is around 2,300. TDEE. Like, I would expect baseline metabolism or something like that. I do not know what TDEE is, but it's something to do with your baseline metabolism. I literally can't think of it. Mr. Food Drama says, very sensible, stop the body from slowing your metabolism. Yeah, you're using it less, you're keeping it in shape, that kind of thing. All right, let's look at this. Like, we got it going all the way around. All the way. Oh no, we haven't done that bit. Let's do that over there next. How do you even find that out, says V Hollow. I'm gonna guess you're on about calories, like your metabolic rate. So there are tools that help you calculate, and these are estimations based on averages across populations. This is generally like useful, but like occasionally you might be that person who's a genetic outlier. So you can't just take it verbatim. You have to kind of do a little bit of your own. I don't know if experimentation is the right word, but essentially what you want to do is do this stuff over a period of time. So like you find a metabolic rate calculator. You put in your sort of lifestyle, how much you exercise, your age, height, weight. All of these things kind of get calculated, and it gives you a bit of an idea as to what your rate might be. And then you work with that, and you do your counting calories. And so let's say it gives you a number, 2,500. You track your calories, you do that, and over the period of a few months, your weight stays exactly the same. You've probably calculated it pretty well. If your weight goes up or down, it's an indication that perhaps you need to tweak those numbers. Now, you're never gonna know like exactly what's going on, like what yours actually is, and it will change day to day and stuff. But it's like you want to aim for consistency over time, because that then gives you the information that allows you to kind of build like a baseline that works for you. Get your head around the numbers a bit. Niam says, it took me about 3 months to figure out my normal calorie intake, and it was way lower than I expected. I think it will be for a lot of people. It will be lower, but at the same time, I think what your diet is also influences that. If you eat out a lot and eat at restaurants or like fast food and stuff, I think you'll find there's more calories in that food than you expect. Whereas if you're someone who likes salads and stuff, you'll probably find that, you know, you can eat a large volume of certain types of food, like salady type stuff. You can eat a large volume of it, but the calories overall are much less. Here we go. Let's wait. What blocks are we actually building with on this corner bit? Like I'm trying to make it match the palette a bit. Like it feels like we should throw in some cobble. I think I might just go andesite and stone behind here for now. Varying also activates your metabolism. What do we mean by varying? What are we varying? My level of activity was very low, so average that I've kept hearing 2,000, 2,500 was significantly higher than what you needed, 1,400. I've gotten more active since then and brought that up. Yeah, I mean, if you are just like not moving around a lot, you'll need a lot less. That makes a lot of sense. I'm quite an active person. I move around a lot, you know. So so yeah, I need quite a bit for me. Best way for you to get healthy would be get a VR treadmill and play Minecraft running everywhere. On a side note, are you looking forward to the Steam Machine release, says Robin? I am. I'm tempted to get one, but I know I won't use it a lot. I really like the company. I like how they've made the Steam OS. I just like a lot of things that they do. They're kind of slowly building out a more mainstream alternative to Windows. And I think that Steam is such a great product. But I don't really need one. In fact, I've got a Steam Link, and that's a product that I don't think they make them anymore, and it's really good. It just streams your computer to your television, and you can plug in your controllers and stuff and play. It's the hardware that they had at the time they released it is probably a bit behind what you actually want. Like, I find the performance isn't great, but it's like really good for a cheap piece of kit. I can't help but feel if they upgraded the hardware on that, it would be a fine piece of hardware to work with. What do we want to do here? I'm just thinking. I kind of wanted to go back over there and add in some walls. Probably like, oh yeah, there isn't a stone wall. There is an andesite wall, and not a polished one. We might be quite limited here then. What other tone of wall? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, cobblestone might work, and stone bricks. Cobblestone and stone bricks are probably our closest. We don't really have much cobble over here. So I think probably go with stone bricks. Yeah, I think calorie counting can be helpful for some people, but also I think should be careful about it. The line between dieting and disordered eating is really thin. It's uncomfortable and important to admit that they're not separate, and it can be a slippery slope. When I was doing really awful recently, there was a period of time where I was eating 200 to 600 a day. Yeah, that's like, you know, if you're still struggling with that, like, don't go near that at all. You remember that number I said, 25% earlier? If you know you're even susceptible to eating that little, like, bump that down to 10%. It's not a race, you know. You want to pace yourself with that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's I think it's important to say that calorie counting itself isn't the problem. It's your relationship to it, and all of our relationships to food could, if it becomes a problem, be examined in some capacity to help us like understand what we're thinking and feeling and make better decisions. Because I do hear people say things against calorie counting, and it's like, well, it's not universal. It really works for me in a positive way. That doesn't mean it does the same thing for everyone, right? Like if you just can't interact with food as numbers like that, if that doesn't work for you, that's fine. You know, find something that does. But for me, it works really well. I'm actually, it's really strange because what helped me enjoy food more and enjoy it as it is, it being healthier, etc., was to sort of switch from thinking about food as like an indulgence and thinking about it as fuel for my body, and like wanting to eat a good diet to make me healthy and stuff. And like then the numerics of that just sort of became a part of that equation. Like I see it as getting the right amount, and I don't have a problem with like, oh, I've eaten about as much as I should today, because I'm like, yeah, there's that psychology of like, oh, I really want some more food right now. But a lot of that is kind of driven by hormones and such, which the food you're eating can often manipulate. You know, lots of sugar in there and stuff. So we kind of exist in like some of the least enjoyable eating experiences for me, in a weird way, is going out and eating at a restaurant, because you get all this really nice food, but usually it's a bit more on the sweet side. It's a bit of a treat, and I always find after that I just want to keep eating, and I don't like that feeling. And it's because the foods that I'm eating are a little different than what I'm used to. So, you know, your relationship to food is really important because it's manipulated by the food itself that you're eating. I kind of want to like put in some more walls here. I'm just sort of not sure where. Maybe just like in the middle of these spots, just have some of these for some reason. I don't know what that reason is. We'll put them in. Kind of like the idea of that having a little bit of foundation underneath it, perhaps. We need to sleep. That's what we need to do. We need to sweep. Let's go put down the bed. Yeah, pizza isn't bad per definition. It's just high in fuel value. It's really admired people going to the gym and then still keeping cookies or cola in their diet because they like it. They're still in good shape and fit because it's measured by their daily fuel. I understand what you're saying. I do think nutrition is important, right? Like you can't exercise away a bad diet, but you can tolerate a certain amount of unhealthy foods. That's for sure. Like I have my treats. I have my little what did I have? Like I've been going to London, so I've been having like some Cornish pasties and baguettes and stuff recently. But like I can't make that a part of my normal diet, but I can tolerate a bit here and there. A figure that I've heard thrown around, and I think it's a bit more of a guesstimate than actual, like scientifically backed, but they sort of say about 10% of your fuel intake, your food intake for the day, can be, you know, air quotes junk. Like, and we're not talking like junk that's 100% junk, just, you know, food that's on that side of the spectrum, right? By putting one there, it kind of makes me feel like we need a couple more now. So I think I'm gonna put in just 2 more on this bit. This topic is giving you anxiety about things you didn't know it would give you anxiety. Yeah, some people don't interact well with this this approach. I'm not really sure I got like good words to help with like how you think and feel about it. For me, it just works. Like I like being armed with the knowledge that allows me to make better decisions over what I'm eating and stuff. If you don't have that desire to like change how you eat and stuff, then maybe it doesn't work that way. I think I might leave this wall alone because it's kind of positioned differently against the dirt. I like the way these bits cut in over here, but I think I might leave it like that for now. And then maybe just add like 2 more over here, perhaps. Yeah, let's put one here. Yeah, we got some noises in the air. I think I haven't read them out for a minute here. Jeez. Oh yeah, 23 minutes ago. My bad, my bad. Hot Melty Cheese, thank you for 17 months. We got Rebark Key here with the Prime. We've also got a Dead Gale 13 subscribing for 31 months. Thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time as we hang out and work on this project. Those actually, I kind of feel like they should probably be a bit more contrasty, right? Like they don't have a lot of contrast, but I'm gonna leave that now because we've given like all of that all the way around here. That is not finished, but like it's ready to be finished when we build things on top of it. I think it looks really good. The bit that isn't done is this bit in the middle. And if we go around the side here, you'll see that I've worked on this area a lot as well. Did this yesterday. Looks really good, I think. Especially like this bit here. For me, cheap foods are instant noodles, but I still made an effort to add veggies and meat to it. You'll be fine with that. Noodles, I don't think noodles are that bad. But when you say instant noodles, that's sometimes the stuff that comes with all the additives. Like a pot noodle is a pretty disgusting snack when you look at all the additives and things that they put into that product. Whereas if you get some like whole wheat noodles and boil them yourself, you know, not one of those instant packet things, but like you've got the noodles in the bag or whatever, and they're usually wrapped up into like little portion sizes. Like if you do your own noodles with meat and veg, that's like pretty decent, I think. Just avoid the pot noodle. All right, we're going to do this bit next, and I got to go a little bit light on this one because this is quite a big bit. We're going to have the path like connect up, and it's going to go to about the middle here. I was going to say I'm not sure like how at what height it's going to connect, but it doesn't really matter because I'll end up building staircases to go up and down anyways, because there's going to be some building under our storage area that we do when we expand it, but there's plenty of space to bring these two things together. So I think our path here can extend into this space. And maybe we can actually do a fair bit more here than I initially thought. But anyway, I think we're going to have to sketch a fair bit here before we commit to the block palette. So I'm going to go ahead and... Do we have more stone back here? We do, that's good. I'm going to go make some stone bricks and start sketching this together, I think. That could do with going in here. Also, I think I'm gonna stand for a bit. Ugh. This convo made me remember the meal replacement drink I opened a few days ago, and I went to drink the rest just now and it's gone bad. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm not a big fan of those meal replacement things. Like, if you're the thing is, like, food is so abundant and available. If you're really in a pinch and you want to go have one of those, what they called Huel or whatever, like those meal replacement things, you're probably near actual food if you can find one of those, right? Like, think about next time you get a food replacement, sorry, a meal replacement shake or whatever it is. Like, think about how close to actual food you are, right? And then the second thing to think about is how much time you have to consume it. And if it turns out that, like, you're actually pretty close to actual food you could pick and choose from, and you do have the time to, you know, eat it, then you could probably do a lot better. Because they're usually in, like, convenience stores, which also have, like, fresh fruit and veg lying around and stuff, right? I mean, the fruit, like an apple, you can pick that up and eat it. But maybe not the vegetables. Chat, proper food balance is not as important if you can't afford it. If you can, then listen to your body. Do what makes you feel good and healthy. If that is assisted from calorie counting, go for it. If not, then don't feel forced to. I mean, I would say, yeah, obviously your budget for food is going to influence what you can eat, but, like, maybe you can tweak your budget to value food more. since it's the fuel for your body. But I would say be careful about just listening to your body, because the food environment we're in is exploiting our hormones and how our body works. You know, pumping it full of all these processed sugars to get us to feel hungry more and get us to eat more, right? Like, yeah, you have to be a little bit cautious about that. Listen to your body. It's good if you've got like it tuned correctly, you know what you're listening to. But yeah, if you're on a bad diet of eating fast junk food all the time, what do you crave? Fast foods and junk. Okay, I think the way this is gonna work here is to raise the ground level up to sort of meet this entrance. It feels like it's a little too tall. So our path will come around here, go up another block. And now we're at this height, and then I think maybe just one more before the entrance feels about right to me. So the floor height here is going to be about there. Not that block. Yeah, let's bring that back here. The final answer is always, it's complicated and nuanced, so educate yourself. Now that I can get on board with. I feel like that's true of so many things, and especially with this. You have to arm yourself with a lot of knowledge. You have to work hard to make these things work for you. You know, there's no quick fix, simple answer. Matt Sabu says, listen to your body doesn't help if you don't understand what it's saying. Exactly, yeah. It's another way of wording it. You know, I really crave a McDonald's right now. Doesn't mean McDonald's is good. I kind of like that. That's a nice little slope. The last time I had a McDonald's, an actual McDonald's, was probably over 20 years ago. But like I did like their Christmas mince pie that they did, which was a, can I remember? Mince. So sorry, I think I said mince. They do the apple pies, right? I like the McDonald's apple pies, but I don't ever bother with them. But one year they did a custard and mince one, and I was like, that sounds so good. I really want to try it, and I did really quite like it. I think I had 2 that Christmas, and then last year, because that was the year before last. Last year was like, I can't remember, but whatever it was, I didn't bother trying it. And that's like the only McDonald's I've had in such a long time. Such a long time. McDonald's does mince pies in the UK. It's a Christmas thing. They do like a Christmas menu. And I every Christmas from Costco, we get these giant mince pies, right? And we make some custard, and every Christmas I absolutely love it. It's so nice. A big mince pie with some custard. So when I heard that McDonald's had this new take on their apple pie, which they do it in a particular way where you got that like crusty, deep fried layer around the outside of it. I really wanted to give that a try, and I enjoyed it. Like, I know it's not a good, healthy, nutritious snack or anything, but hey, every now and then. Mince like ground beef? No. What is mince? That's a great question, actually. Mince is, I think it's a combination of like fruits and possibly some sort of, I don't want to say, it's probably not fermentation. Like, you know, like you have a sauerkraut or a kimchi, but I think all the fruit comes together and it's mixed with something that... apparently it's minced fruits and some meat, yeah. Like sultanas and raisins, yeah, that kind of fruit. But like, it's a bit liquidy as well. Oh, apparently they use alcohol in it, interesting. That's wild, 20 years, I love McDonald's. Yeah, no, I saw that Super Size Me movie, and that kind of turned me off McDonald's. I'm not going to say that movie was perhaps a credible source of information. It has its skeptics, but I just went for a period of not eating it. Like, I was never that big into fast foods, but once I became conscious about health and food, like, there was no way I was going to eat a McDonald's again. Like, that is not good food. It is not good at all. The fact that it tastes the same everywhere you go is a big red flag. Oh yeah, Morgan Spurlock was an alcoholic. Yeah, that was something he hid from the movie, that he also had alcohol issues. Documentary Supersize Me was an eye-opener. It's definitely an eye-opener, but I don't think it's like it's really always worth listening to critiques and thinking about stuff in your own. I heard critiques of that movie and I thought, actually there's some pretty valid stuff here, but like there are things about it that it makes you realize about McDonald's that are kind of more air quotes true when you realize like all the preservatives and the things that they do to the food to make it moreish and to make it taste the same wherever you go. This stuff is not good for you. This is not good food. This is low quality food. And yeah, that like it can make you aware of that, which can be a good thing, right? As someone who's worked for Macca's, it isn't very clean. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. The amount of stories I hear about hygiene at McDonald's, right? Like, I had a friend who worked there, and I'm gonna tell you now, this is probably like the worst of the worst, but then every now and then I hear stories from other people about the hygiene at McDonald's. It's like, if you ever chatting with someone who's worked at McDonald's, I swear this comes up. Like, but anyway, they had toilets, staff toilets, and I won't go into detail, but basically they were not cleaned and it was a joke to make them as filthy as possible. And you know, like that okay, that's the toilets. That's also a place where you go to wash your hands. But as for like the kitchen areas and stuff, they did clean it, but my mate sort of, you know, they did as little as they could. But that, you know, that's one McDonald's. So that's just one thing. We can't say they're all like that. But then I swear, like every now and then I hear some other story about how terrible the hygiene is, and I'm like, ooh. Yeah. This is a bad conversation to have while you're eating breakfast, says Laughter. I mean, I think it's a bad conversation to have while you're eating McDonald's. Whatever you're eating, as long as it's not McDonald's, you know. Yo, Lamington, 15, thank you for subscribing. And Fegley, thank you for 57 months. Hello, how are you going, Xisuma? I was wondering how close to the start of new Hermitcraft season is to Christmas. Are there any major Christmas plans this season, like Christmas District or anything like that? I don't think so. There's one or two people that really love that stuff in our group. Jevin is one of them. He's always a really big proponent of doing seasonal stuff. I'm not really into it that much. Oh, is this going to line up with the... Yeah, no, it'll line up. I'm not into it that much. But I'll always be in support of others doing that. I just probably won't get involved. It's a nice thing to do. The problem, I think, is that we did it a lot in the past. And the way we played in the past was different to how we do content now. I think these days you'll find that what makes Hermitcraft shine is how we socialize, we interact, we... do stuff that's like a bit beyond the basic like, and now I'm building something kind of approach, right? But back when we used to do the districts, the seasonal districts, it was very much like, let's do a Christmas build, you know, and that's the catch of the video or whatever, right? And I think we're, as creators, like a lot of us are sort of beyond that now. And like, you know, Mumbo's Geese is a great example, I think, of just like looking for something different to do in this game. And so I think those sorts of things are a fair bit less appealing for some of us to do. GeoWeeta says, "Howdy X, what have I missed?" We just been building the walls, so you haven't missed too much. Right, we've got to fill in that space over there. We've got to do a little something here. I should, this, you know, I'm just going to keep looking and building, and I'm going to talk about it. It's pretty obvious I got to make some decisions. The monkeys at the zoo I work at, who like to try to pee on me, are arguably cleaner than the fast food I worked in. Dang. I mean, it's already, like, fast food is already pretty rotten, and now you hear these horror stories about this stuff. You can't get over how good Mumbo is at making the geese honking noises. Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, well, the man's been working with the geese for a while. Maybe he thought about it a bit, you know? Maybe he studied it. He figured it out. The secret to making geese sounds. Is that too wide? No. Oh, it is too wide. Oh, okay. In which case, I think we'll do like a recessed wall here. A lot of this stuff is still just built out of stone bricks and probably needs changing a fair bit. You once got a roach in your maca burger. Oh, that is awful. Oh, that makes me shiver. Is this a base or a build? I mean, couldn't it be both? Had he, like, it's both a build and it's my base, so I'm seeing like this palette here and that palette there are the same, and we need to create like a sort of contrast. I might actually keep that for this wrap round the corner. Yeah, because if I make the walls too wide on either side, we can have one of our little things again. They're just called things, all right? Because my brain's so on the ball today. Yeah. Right, we need some moss. We need some cracked, some regular. I know I got moss in here. Here we go. Okay, a few blocks of tough, and one or two of cracked. Now it looks like the other stuff, and then we'll do that all the way over to here. And then you see a fair bit of it up here as well, don't you? Put in some crack blocks. That's kind of alright. What is Macca's, McDonald's? I only trust my own chicken. Every fast food place, in my opinion, has sketchy chicken from sketchy places. Oh yeah, it does. Factory farm chicken, right? They'll have that factory farm chicken. You can guarantee that. Okay, no, we'll leave that one there. So then behind it, we've been putting andesite, which I seem to have put away. You've heard more horror stories about KFC than Mackey's, which is weird because you've worked at Mackey's. Yeah, I mean, maybe when you're working there, you just don't talk about it, you know? What happens in Mackey's stays at Mackey's, people. It stays there, you know? All right, let's go put these blocks here. Like so. Can't get out! Oh wait, I can. Overreacted. Yeah, I like that. That feels right. That feels like the way to do it. So now they're sort of matched on either side. And then you've got this middle bit here. And I kind of know I want to use some polished andesite more. But maybe there's... Oh, do you know what? Maybe I could use those smooth stone blocks again, which I don't have on me. So that'll be another trip. Or maybe a little bit of that as well. That's actually like a new block that we can throw into the mix here. Okay, so if we were to do that, We could put in some smooth stairs. I'm gonna start with this bit on the side here. I feel like this is my little pallet bit. This begs the question, like when you do random blocks together, if they have low contrast, they're kind of all right together. But then when you have a bit more contrast, like we have here, you have to start asking like why a bit more. If there was a tone just between these two that I could throw in here, you could blend them together a little easier. So that sort of asks like why are they slightly different in my mind. I don't have an answer for that. I'm just kind of placing blocks and thinking about how they look, you know. Then we're going to need a material to go behind it. Any ideas, chat? Any materials? Throw some suggestions into the chat. You could try and do like a bit of a fade, like more of these lower down and more of the andesite higher up. Purple. Yeah. Fits right in. Copper. You know what? I've avoided using copper so far, just about everywhere. Basalt. Basalt. Grey concrete. You know, there are some materials I'm just not really set up to faff around making. Cobblestone's an interesting one. Iron. If I had more iron, maybe. Netherite blocks? Yeah, I'll just quickly make some netherite blocks. That's a good one. Quickly make a few of those. No problem. Oh, Mumbo's having issues. Dang, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Pale moss. Pale moss I feel like wouldn't look good. I'm kind of thinking about that space just there, by the way. Like, I feel like we need a different material there. Like, a big contrast there says a fair bit. It draws your eye to it. I do feel like copper blocks might be a nice addition because obviously copper's a big part of this, like our base and stuff. So putting a dark thing there, I feel like pops out a little too much. The terracotta suggestions are nice. I just don't have terracotta because that can be kind of soft. Like cyan terracotta can be a little darker but soft. I think I want to put in that, but I might strip it down a level. So let's take a couple stacks of this with us. Do we have any bits and bobs to drop off? Just about everything in there can go in. Well, actually, not the leaf litter. I kind of still need that down in that area. Moss carpet probably done with for now. Yeah, that'll do. Just clearing out a little bit of space. Bone blocks? Bone blocks would probably be quite nice. I just don't have the bone meal stuff yet. Oh yeah, before we leave, why don't we have a quick flick through the chests? Wood, I don't think would fit in. This is too dark. I think copper's probably the right shout because it fits the theme so well. Maybe you could do some deep slate. Maybe a pop of granite or diorite, but... Oh, also that's... maybe that stuff. Maybe smooth stone, dang, yeah. That's a much softer touch. But I don't have a lot of it left. Thank you for the suggestions. Calcite is a nice suggestion. There's so many blocks in this game, right? Haven't you heard the man nearest the river has went and drowned his sorrows to move to a faraway town? Are we dropping in just random rhymes now? Oh, I also need a material to go there. Maybe that should be copper. Maybe that bit should be copper. Oh, this is gonna work. This is gonna work, people. That's where the copper is. I mean, plus it's the entrance to the more copper-oriented part. I think this is the way. This is the way. Definitely needs to not be the same block the whole way around. And we could possibly put like a light source behind it, I think. Oh yeah, it makes a bunch of those, doesn't it? I might scrape this, but because I don't have the honey right now, I think I'm going to leave it be. Yeah, definitely want to put like a light source behind that. I think that's it right there. I feel that's really nice. Plus, the texture matches the square polished texture of this. Okay, I think we just found the way to wrap this up. At least the sides, and then the big entrance bit in the middle might be a bit more awkward. Right, then after we do this, I might go see if Mumbo's free for a quick chat. We want to build a little warehouse together. And I kind of get this feeling like, because I said we should come up with like a build palette. Oh wait, do I want to mix that in as well? Oh, that might be one too many because it goes lighter. We kind of want it to go in the other direction. Yeah, let's not do that. We want to create like a little warehouse for putting in farms that aren't like content, so that they've got a spot to be. And I've got this feeling like we might take too long thinking about the build palette of it, which I've been thinking about. And maybe it's better to just pick something simple rather than go for something too extravagant. So I was hoping to chat to him and maybe figure that out today, so we could start working on that. I also want to grab my wings and take a trip to a lush cave to get more rooted dirt. Once we've done that, we'll build this path coming into this space. So those are kind of my plans for the stream right now. But we've got to finish this first, right? I think I really like this balance of what we're doing here with more of these up top. I'll probably come back in later and change a few of these blocks around. I could kind of see like some chiseled blocks looking really nice in here. Yeah, that's looking good. Maybe just make it a brick box with a copper roof. I think we're a bit late on the suggestions. We kind of got this locked in now. Okay, let's go and get some andesite. Did I see the madness in Doc's stream yesterday with the gifted subs? It was awesome. I didn't. I was out most of the day. I didn't get back to the computer till like 9. I was a busy bee yesterday. I've got a family member in the hospital who I've been visiting. And I don't know. I don't really like talking about this too much, but like they're not very well. They're dying, and we've probably got like maybe a week left for them. I don't know. It's they're really old, so it's kind of like inevitable, but it's like a weird thing to go through, you know. I appreciate your messages in chat saying that's awful. It's really strange because it's like, it's obviously sad, but it's also like they've had a good innings, they've had a good life. You can kind of see this coming. It's just about spending some time with them, you know, before they go. It's a strange thing to go through. Strange thing to go through. But thank you for your kind messages in chat. I appreciate it. Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. It's like I said there. It's my granddad, by the way. I don't know why I'm being, what's the word? Leaving out the details or whatever. He's 94, and his health's been declining for a while. So this isn't quite a shock, but like it's still sad when it happens. But you know, he's had a good life. And it's just a strange thing, like to to spend time with them knowing that like this is the end. I've always had this feeling though about family and people that who they are is the time you spend with them, and when they go, it's almost, in my head, it's really weird. It's like they're not gone. Like my nana's been gone for a few years, but I feel still like she's like in my heart or in my head. Like it's almost like she could just walk into the room and say hello again. And that's because I think what makes a person is the time you spend with them. So when they're gone, it's like they don't add more to that equation, but like them going doesn't take anything away from it. That's how I feel about it. It's I don't know if other people feel like that. That's just how I feel about it. So it's kind of like, I don't know, you watch these movies where human emotions, I think, sometimes a little overplayed. Things become a little bit tragic or really sad. And there is an element of that, but to me, there's also like a naturalness to it. So it's just a strange time. It's just one of those times you're going through where, you know, things are a little on your mind, a little heavy, but at the same time, my granddad's had a wonderful life. He's been very happy, and you know, it's his time to go, I guess. You keep the memory of them, and kind of know they would say in a situation. Yeah, like you get to know someone, you know what to expect of them. It's like that's who they are, is all the time you spend with them, who you know them to be. And when they go, that doesn't leave you. That's how I feel about it. It's almost like it's an additive experience. The more time you spend, the more you know them, but like you can't take away from that. So when they're gone, to me it doesn't feel so permanent or final or even morbid. Maybe it feels more like they just don't get to give you more, which in itself is sad, but like all that you knew them to be is still there. Because that's all we can ever be to other people, is what we are in their minds. Their minds are where the memories are, you know? That's how we know each other. You have a similar way to feel about death. Maybe because you lost your father when you was 9. Someone I know dies who is old, and I feel sad and teary, but not crying kind of grief. Yeah, I feel you. Like it's not a that kind of grief, but I think losing someone when you're that young, there's a certain like maybe expectancy of time you get to spend with other people. So when someone goes when they're like, you know, in their 90s or 80s, it's not quite as sad as losing someone when you would have expected to have spent more time with them, right? Hey, this build is totally getting there, I think. Definitely needs a few more bells and whistles, but I think that'll come with time. Just because, like, we're not actively using this yet. When we start to use it and go through it more, we'll probably change up the build palette a little bit and refine some of the details, etc. Excuse me. I always think when someone dies, death is a comforting gift to anyone else's suffering, says Riri. Yeah, hopefully it's like that. Whenever these things happen, you start asking yourself the big questions, like what is it going to be like for me when I'm this age, and how does it affect other people and stuff like that. And I do feel like there is this level of like ambiguity to it, where it's easy to sort of imagine being close to death, and maybe, you know, you've your life's in order, you're content, or you've thought about death over the years and you think you're ready for it. But when you're actually there, there's always this like thought of like, what if it isn't quite what you think it's going to be? And so with my granddad, he had a stroke, and you have to ask him questions, but he's not all there. And because he can only really respond with yes and no, and he's not got a lot of energy, it does make you wonder, like, how much of him is there? How much of this is, like, his actual answers? Is he suffering? Like, when death is near and you've had a stroke and your functions are, like, not fully there, as someone observing, it kind of makes you wonder, like, how much of that is you? How much of you is connected to this moment? Like, how much of yourself have you lost? Because there's this sort of goes into that territory of asking curious questions about consciousness and the nature of it and what makes you you. And we all know that, like, well, maybe we don't all know this. I think that consciousness is linked to the brain. It might sound like a strange thing to say, but before we knew that the brain was where that, but remember this, there was a time where they didn't know that, you know, the head was where all the conscious activity took place. All right, there have been alternative ideas about it all in history. Oh, I like that quite a bit. Before we knew that's where all this activity took place, I think it was often thought that the heart was like your soul, where your soul was or whatever. I mean, you know, we can't answer these questions fully. So, like, do we have a soul? Where is it? My hunch is that the brain is strongly linked to consciousness. I'm not sure if we have a soul or not. I think maybe I don't know what to think. It's like really interesting stuff where there's lots of different ideas, but no one can give you an answer. I think if someone comes along and says, "Look, I can explain it all. Here's what's what," I think that's like a red flag to me with this stuff. Anyway, so like where our conscious experience approaches death, there's so many questions about that if you're actually in their position, would these things change? It's okay to be like content and think, yeah, I'll be all right with it when my time comes, but going through it could actually be really different. And that's what I worry about. Like, we have to make these decisions for my granddad. We could have persisted in trying to get him treatment to help him recover, but we sort of felt like he's never going to get anywhere near you know, his best health again, and his health was already declining. He was already struggling a lot, and it's really hard to imagine him even getting back to that state. So I think they call it palliative care, which is where essentially you stop trying to do things to improve their health so much as just give them comfort and like painkillers and let them pass naturally. Like, he's completely lost his appetite and refuses to eat anything. And like, I was asking him like double questions. You know, I would say, would you like some yogurt? And he would say no. And then I would say like the flip of that, I would say, so you definitely don't want yogurt? And he would say yes. You know, like doing that kind of thing. That wasn't exactly what I asked. I can't remember, but like I worded it very carefully so that he would have to say the opposite, just because that's really all he's capable of, is saying yes and no. And so like you want to kind of make sure he really understands the question. And yeah, and that's a really weird thing to do. It's such a strange thing to like have to make those decisions for someone you care about. And so then there's always that wondering in the back of your mind of like, is this actually what they want? And you could have had that discussion beforehand and know that's what they want. But like, again, when you actually get there, does it change? You know, all this contentness you could have in yourself could change when you get there. And that's really like scary and weird. Hey, paramedic here. I came late in on the conversation, but from my experience, people with previous strokes will often maintain their consciousness and they will begin responding in new and different ways depending on their deficits, whereas dementia or Alzheimer's will often trap a person in their own history. The best thing to do is to comfort them and really try not to contradict their perspective. We're not trying to contradict his perspective so much as just rearrange the questions to make sure we're getting through to him, because when someone answers in just yeses and nos, it can make you wonder, like, how much of them is there and are you actually getting through to them? And so by rearranging some of those questions, you kind of confirm that they're comprehending what you're asking them. That's all we're trying to do, is like establish that there's comprehension there, because it could be, you know, that you're getting a response, but maybe they're trying to tell you something, right? Like, he started trying to say some words to me the other day, and I had a feeling it was that my hands were cold. And as soon as I said, like, are my hands cold, he sort of went yes, and then just rested down again, and that like really confirmed it. But like, you know, sometimes, like, especially early on, you weren't sure if you were getting actually through to him. It's all about trying to understand that balance of, is this what he wants and is it actually him, right? Because when you're in the situation, like, cognition and stuff changes and whatnot, but he's there. I really feel like he's there and it's him. And it's not that the stroke has affected it in some way where we can't get through to him and communicate with him. So I feel like we're doing things right. Sayx, what do you think about the year nearly being over? What's going through your head with that? Not a lot, really. I don't really like birthdays and New Year's celebrations. I kind of like to go through life kind of in the moment, being connected to the moment and enjoying it. And this is a cool idea. It definitely needs some work. Like, I feel like the walls are screaming for contrast more than... Yeah, actually, I'm going to change these walls here. Anyway. I kind of like to go through life more like day to day, moment to moment, and like being immersed in it. You know, planning for the future and stuff is fine. Looking ahead is great. But like New Year's celebration stuff, I've never really liked them. I also don't like New Year's resolutions, because I feel like the moment that you identify something is up and you need a change, like, get on it. And that's just me, right? I think if New Year's resolutions work for you, you look forward to them, they come around, you like give something new a go and it works, great. If it works for you, there ain't anything wrong with that. But for me, a New Year's resolution, like, the second I feel like something needs to change, I need to get on changing it. Yo, Def Dealery, YT, thank you so much for 38 months. Good morning, X-Hope, all as well. All is good. As you know, I'm going through some things, but like, it's a strange one. It's like, it's tough, but in like the right kind of way. Don't know quite what that means, but it's like sad, but sort of understandable. Anyway, I'll be okay. It's just that I'm just gonna have a couple of strange weeks ahead of me. You know how it is when people pass and move on and stuff. It's never easy, even when you're expecting it and stuff. Yeah, something will change here, but I like that for now. I think that's like a really good starting point. And we can introduce so much more to this as time goes by. We're kind of now done with doing all the walls and stuff. So we need a little bit of cleanup here, but I think I might go and see if we can talk to Mumbo quickly. You saw X on TikTok, so you rushed here. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Ant Brint says, I don't like New Year's resolutions either. I just set goals when I want to do something. Exactly. That's the way I am. It's tough being the right way. Sounds like you're at peace with how it is. That's a deeply healthy way to see life. I think you've hit the nail on the head right there, is that I'm at peace with how this is happening. Like, the conversations we've had, the way he is, it feels like we're doing everything right, but you're still doing this tough thing. But yeah. Yeah, I think you kind of got it there. It's always interesting, like, you're trying to articulate yourself, and then someone in chat just figures it out for you. They're like, I know what you're talking about. Right, it's the... Ooh, what did I just put in there? Yeah, some of these things I want to hold on to. Well, the golems have got a lot of work ahead of them. Don't put those blocks in. I'm not sure I filtered those yet. Actually, no, I did filter those ones, yeah. Still some work to be done here. But all these building materials can go back in. I want to have these down in the other area so that we can work on the paths and stuff. So I think paths are next, but like I said, we're going to have a little... See if we can grab Mumbo. Impulse streamed in his spot. Oh yeah, Tango couldn't do yesterday. Now the schedule will all be good. Schedule will be good. I should, by the way, I should probably set my statuses and let Mumbo know I'm streaming. Finding ways to bring joy to the life of someone who can't do so actively anymore, even if they can't communicate it. That's an important thing. That's a very insightful thing to say. Ah, there we go. He's in a rush. I know how that is. You've been working on your video. You're just trying to get that bit wrapped up. But yeah, this area here, me and Mumbo are... me and Mumbo are going to rip out this area, create a warehouse. One of my ideas, so like we talked about making it look aesthetically cool, but I think that might hold us back a little bit. Then you have to like farm up materials and stuff. One of the things I thought we might do is make the floors out of this. If we make the floors out of this stuff, that's unfortunate. If we make it out of this stuff, we can just come in and age copper materials anywhere we like. So I'm kind of leaning in that direction. Maybe what I'll do is just throw him a little simple build palette if I can make that look effective. And if he's cool with it, we can crack on. Because I just got this feeling like sometimes when you want to do something to get stuff done fast, you end up, yeah, just making more work for yourself when you're trying to do something that makes less work for yourself, you know? Okay, on that note then, I think I'll grab our lighter and some rockets and go do something that should be relatively simple. X and Mumbo is such a fun duo, I'm excited. I'm glad you think so. It's not a content project, it's sort of the opposite, where we've both got like little farms and things that we need that don't really make content, like a glow liking farm. So we just want a place to do those things, and then we can help each other by having them shared, you know? Now, in theory, I'm so well organized that I don't really need to do anything. I just need to head out and go to this place. So let's see how we get along with it. Is the mycelium resistance coming back? Probably not. I think we generally don't like to repeat ourselves too much as a group with that stuff. Is this the tree farm 2.0? I'll probably bring back my tree farm, and I don't think I'll make any modifications to it this time because it's a pretty well done design now. Okay, I can... Okay, north is that way. I love the little north, south, east, west. So I need to go north but slightly east. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I need to go east first and north second. I'm not sure if the portal that we used to get to the witch farm has been moved up to the top. Actually, I think it might even be west a little. It's certainly east of me, but the tunnel might have ended up being... Wait a minute, where is Tango? So Tango is south. No, it's this way. The portal is this way. I might use a little bit of cheaty free cam in a minute. So we're sort of going in the right direction, and then we need to go, I think, left a little bit somewhere here. So XB's there. Hypnospace. And this tunnel goes somewhere. All cardinal directions were mentioned. Is that on your bingo card? Easier to go down to the fortress, you think? Well, it only just depends on if someone moved the portal up here. This is pretty much where it should be. I think this is it. No, that's Papa K. Papa Corrales. Okay, I'm going to use some cheaty 3-cam then. Ah. Okay, cheaty 3-cam time. So, there is like a mining tunnel. That is rotten. Oh, it's still down here, look. So the portal is down here. I'm in the right place, but the portal isn't. Maybe we'll move this, right? Like, if we just go straight up from there, I could build a portal. And where am I? This is kind of ropey terrain, really, when you don't have the right material. Yeah. Huh. Okay, if we bust into that tunnel and then come out to about here. Oh, it's... You need more building materials. I don't think we'll get very far this way. There we go. I think I might end up just cheesing it down with a rocket. Or wings, even. I'm going to equip them now just because I reckon that's the way to play it. Yeah, we could move this portal up. We want to keep it at the same height, so it's part of the hub. You can see why someone went up here to avoid the terrain. So if I come across all the way to here, we still need to go forward quite a bit. No, this is some other pathing. Wait a minute. We're like above here. Yeah, we're like here-ish. And where am I? Can I see me? I think I'm just the other side of that, maybe? Oh, I'm all the way over there. There's a bee. Huh. So I probably need to come back a little bit. Right, here I am. I need to come back a little bit, and we're basically going to be in this open space. Yeah, my portal's about there, so it's about here. It's not a great place to build a tunnel just yet. I actually need to go behind myself a bit, so if I come back and do this at another time, it'll probably be somewhere around here. Yep. Okay, let's take like a block or two to this side. And a cave. With the bee! The little bumblebee! Maybe we can rescue it. And then it's like, uh-oh. So, this will eventually possibly be a tunnel. But maybe just... Oh, maybe today? We can keep going. Maybe we can do this. Etho! Now, if Evo's on at this time, I don't think he woke up early. I think he's going to bed late. How do we ask that in like... late or early? I bet it's late. Etho's a night owl, I'm sure of it. Very late. So late it's early. It's always Etho's birthday. Hey, how far away are we from it? Etho's dreaming. None of this is real. It's all a fever dream. We're not that far from it, look. Right, but we're going to start running out of terrain. What did I dream about last night? I've got a vague memory of some stuff. I don't know if it's interesting. As you know, I can kind of like remember my dreams pretty well when I make the effort. Like, if this morning I'd have woken up and thought like, right, let's make a real effort to remember this dream, I would have. I have a feeling I dreamt about something strange again. I mean, dreams are mostly strange, but I like remembering and then telling the stories and stuff about them. Etho didn't deny the birthday allegations. They're allegations now, are they? Wow. I mean, that's a whole different type of intensity right there. Yo, Cyril Starborn, thank you for your 3 months of support. Greatly appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the stream here today and enjoying the new season of Hermitcraft. I love it. It's so much fun. Just a few more blocks and I think we'll have it in the right spot. And there's another little drop. Happy birthday, Mumbo. Wait. Oh, it's actually Mumbo's birthday tomorrow. Brilliant. Not difficult to get Grian to go bonkers. Oh, we're literally on it. We're literally on the spot right there. So let's prep a little bit of space. Oh, it's unbelievably precarious here. So that block there, and then I guess I need a block here. That's where the obsidian's gonna go. I think we've got another noise in the air. It's Carriosaur here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Oh. Right, now let's go grab an interest. I love bundles. That's funny to me. That's funny to me, because when they were first added, I just sort of like looked at them and thought, I can't imagine how this works. I didn't really mess around with them much. And now, starting a new season with them, they're so good. I love it. Now, I should have a flint and steel, but I don't. Oh, what? Why don't I have a flint and steel in here? What happened to that? I probably used it and forgot to put it back in. And I don't have a flint lying around, so I'll have to go back and get one. Huh. Maybe we can pinch one from Papa K. Flint and steel. Oh! Trying to do silly voice, looking at chat. Then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm very precariously walking in a dangerous place. Flint and steel. Fire charge, if I had one. If I had one, I could get a ghast to shoot at me. That would be a smart move. Oh man, I haven't been here. I've seen Corralis's video of this place, but he has shaders on. And I'm always dubious about deviations from the normal aesthetic of Minecraft. I can't watch texture packs, and I struggle with shaders. So it's nice to see this place like this, because now we're getting to see it as it actually is. Kinda, because I got my own shaders now, right? Yo, we just got some gifted subs coming in. What are we looking for? Flint? Oh my god, Kralos, where'd you keep the flint, man? It looks like he's got the golems doing his work. Interestingly, in an area where there's probably enough chests to like confuse them and stuff, but if they're working, they're working. Maybe we just find some gravel, right? Yeah, we got a sub bomb. We got gifted subs too. The Only Higher, James T Dude, Popeye K2, Dean Freak, Pele EG, The Soshi, Loz, Big T, Cannabelle, and John BR. Be sure to say thanks in the chat if you got gifted a sub. Cyril, thank you so much for gifting all the subs. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh my god, this is beautiful, says Ateria. It is. It is. Yeah, that's the thing I haven't said yet. It looks absolutely amazing, this place. No surprise. A little Corrales face in the helmet. It looks gorgeous, but I'd only seen it with shaders, right? Where are we going to find gravel? Like, it's everywhere in the world. Basically. But just not in Corrales. Did we see some gravel? I was looking for flint, but there could have been gravel. Like, you know if there's an entrance to a cave, you're going to find some gravel before long. The Nether. The Nether's actually a good source for gravel, isn't it? Huh. Just not sure if we're kind of like near the right spot or not. Ooh. Was there gravel in here? This feels like a place that would have gravel. But no. No gravel, no sand. Ah. Oh, they got several little chests to choose from. Where was the Nether portal? I think I remember. We'll try the Nether then. Do I know any words in Portuguese? None. I know no words in Portuguese. Pearl's fire truck has loads, but where is Pearl's fire truck? Impulse would have heaps, surely. Papa K himself is here. Near Scar now, though. I mean, at this rate, I might literally just end up going back to my base, right? I was kind of hoping there would be some here, maybe, if we're lucky. We got Cyril Starborn here with some cheers and biddies. Thank you again for those gifted subs. Thank you for subscribing as well. Let's see. Dear Xisuma, I'm not here often, so I want to take the chance to tell you how admirable you are in my opinion. Be it your exercise and physique and hobbies and passions, your opinions on different topics, I think you're an absolute role model with a very soothing, calm voice, just to let you know. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you for your very kind words. I always find the term role model a little bit kind of uncomfortable. Like, you want to be a good influence, but I don't like the idea so much of a role model as I do, like, arming people with information. A bit parasocial there, says Alkion Etta. I mean, parasocial relationships are a thing. I don't know. Like, I appreciate the kind words, of course. But, you know, role model always been a bit uncomfortable with that idea. It's like, I can definitely think of people that I could, like, at some point could say, like, they're role models to me. But I always feel like it's about getting the right ideas from someone and getting the information to help you make better decisions and stuff. But, like, you know, when you get that information from someone, it's not like exclusively theirs. It's human knowledge to be shared. Okay, there we go. Now we can make flint and steel. It can make you feel responsible for other people's actions, which you aren't. It could make you feel that way. It doesn't make me feel that way. It's just, I don't know. It's like, if someone's like, people are not one thing. You're not wholly one thing. I kind of believe that, like, the good and bad of humanity is in all of us, right? And so I'm not responsible for anyone else's actions. But, you know, by sharing ideas and talking about things, you give those ideas to other people, you influence them or whatever. But to me, it's about, like, arming people with knowledge to make better decisions. So when I think of people that were sort of like role models to me, it was more like, you know, they're not perfect people. No one's perfect. They're totally capable of making mistakes, and they could do and say things I disagree with, but like I learn things from them, and it's that learning and that gaining of like knowledge and good ideas that is the valuable thing to like share with one another. So rather than to I guess it, you know, role model sounds a bit idyllic. So rather than to idolize someone, it's like if they've got good ideas, take on those good ideas, but that doesn't mean they're like a perfect person for having them, because no one's perfect. Right, we got exactly what we needed. We should actually go to the witch farm and back again through this ball. As for the back again bit, I think I'll do that after we've gone where we needed to go. Now, once again, the cardinal directions on this here face bar are amazing, because now I know where I need to go. I'm so glad that I have my wings equipped, because that would have been really embarrassing if I hadn't. So I don't want to use my wings to get around the server this season, but by that what I'm saying is I don't want to use them to get like around where the hermits are. I don't want to fly over people's bases. I want to travel to them. By the way, we're looking for some azalea out here. There should be, hopefully, an azalea tree somewhere at the surface. The fact that there's ocean here isn't particularly helpful. This mangrove swamp is kind of dense. I would hope that a azalea tree would sort of pop out, but it might not. So we've got to find some areas where we can hopefully easily see some azalea. Top of a mountain might do it. Top of a mountain might do it. Good place to scout around, right? Because this should be lush caves terrain right here. I'll double check on the map, just so that we don't waste too much time. I'm not a major fan of exploring in Minecraft, probably because I've done it so much. I'm much more about like getting the thing that I need and then getting back to what I was doing. And so like the charm of just exploring for the sake of it is a little diminished for me, which is why I don't mind looking stuff up on a map. As for Hightail, Hightail strikes me as the way to play it when it comes out. For me, is going to be enjoying the adventuring aspect of it and the combat. And so we'll probably do a bit of exploring in Hightail at some point. I don't feel like that game has sort of revealed enough of its survival aspect to know what to do with that part of the game. We got another sub bomb coming in. Goodness me. Goodness me, another one. Peeps, as always, thank you for your generosity. We got Rowan Darlin here for 37 months. We also had Willow Wolf subscribing as well. Welcome, Willow Wolf. Good morning. Well, it's lunchtime for me, but still. Yeah, it's getting towards lunchtime for me as well. After this, I'm going to stretch, go for a run, and then do some cooking. I got some duck. I got some noodles. I got some vegetables. I'm going to make a stir fry. I've got some firecracker sauce. Yo, Cray Deer, Smalgish, Pixelcraft, Marks, Shoe 1K, Book Serious, Cyber, That Noms, Get Rich, He. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. You've been gifted a sub. If you can take the moment to say thank you, that would be great. All right, so let's see. You know what? I might. That's the mangrove dripstone. Where am I? What's my coordinates? Let's have a look. I'm at like 26 and minus 600. Oh, I'm actually kind of off it. If I head north from here, how far north? Like 400 blocks north, there'll be a big patch. I'm actually like not in the right area. And now that I look at the map again, I realized it's quite easy to miss because it covered a lot of this terrain. So when we go 400 blocks in this direction, we should start to see something. So actually kind of around now would not be a bad time to spot it. And then it goes off in this direction here. So this might be the kind of terrain to find it. Over desert would be really good because those trees will stand out so easily. Is that a temple? Is there anything good to get from a temple? Did they add smithing templates to the temple? That's what my brain is telling me. There might be a smithing template in here. That lets in some sunlight as well. Oh, sticky piston. It's actually early enough in the game. We're grabbing some redstone. Yeah, smithing template. Oh, I'll take all of this. I'll take all of this. I mean, maybe not the bamboo, but yeah. It's early enough in the game where this kind of stuff is worth picking up. Probably not the redstone because we've got a witch farm, but you know. Sticky pistons, yes. Oh! Gotta remember there's traps in here. Uh-huh. I'll take a dispenser. Hey, and a diamond for my troubles. Wow, got quite a few smithing templates. Maybe I'll apply a trim. I don't know if I can apply a trim to mine. Because I have custom armor, right? Like, look at it. It's weathered. Is there more hidden sticky pistons? This is my next question. I don't need the redstone. We established this. That's just wasting inventory space. So once again, are bundles good? This is your opportunity to tell me what you think. Do we like bundles, chat? Do we think bundles are all right now? Because that just solved a big problem right there, didn't it? Yes, I'm convincing y'all. Or maybe you're already convinced. Yo, Becca, thank you for more gifted subs. Really appreciate it. The Alex, Gooferx, Andrew for real. Chelsea, maybe? Alkine Tatori. Can we get some easier names to read? Hipper, Acrop, Odd Australian, Rutger, and Garn Thou. Y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. Thank you, Becca. Appreciate it. Do I need those blocks? Nah, not really. I think that was the only bit with sticky pistons. Okay, so we can also sleep out here because we are prepared. Put those bits in as well. Oh no, I'm not. I left my bed somewhere. Whoopsie. Can someone sweep? Can you auto unload from a bundle like with a shulker box? You can't. I think it might be a nice idea to add like another workbench block and have that block allow you to... That's not helpful. Might I have one in my ender chest? I did have one in my ender chest as well for a while. No, and I don't really have the means, unless I want to use string. I mean, Doc and Ether around. No one can sleep? Maybe I'll craft one. Bit of a waste of string. Then again, we have the Corrales string farm now, so maybe not so bad. Maybe not so bad. I think I can make one. Okay, I think I can do this actually. So there. 1, 2, 3. And then I guess we can keep that in the ender chest. Or just put it back into the bundle. I forgot to do that earlier. Maybe a function with a dispenser to drop items for the bundle. Maybe. The reason why I kind of like the idea of it being a new block is maybe you just give it some slightly different functionality, like it drains items slower, and then you just give yourself like another aesthetic block and a possible like use case. So like now you can use that in some redstone contraption to give you like a different timing system, you know, just that kind of thing, like a little unique edge case. All right, let's pack this away. They should give bundles up, make bundles upgradable and add some kind of slot to equip them like Curio. I think what bundles could do with is having some exceptions for certain types of items that allow you to put one of them in a bundle, like shears or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't have like it fully figured out what it should be, but I just feel like there's some things that the bundle doesn't interact with well, and it could really benefit from doing that. All right, I need to find out where I am in the world again. 2-8. 2-8 is about there, and 940 is about here. Yeah, like we're right in the middle of lush terrain. So if I go that direction and that way, we should be seeing some. The issue here is just we're not seeing anything. How are my wings doing? We've got time to explore. I don't have Unbreaking yet, which adds so much more to it. Maybe this is a good spot to see an azalea tree, but I don't see one. Do lush caves always have like azalea trees at the surface? Always at the surface. Someone else says no. Well, you see, you can make the argument that they wouldn't because the lush caves, you know, not every moment above them has a tree, right? So we know that some lush caves don't have trees above them. The question is, does the game make sure every lush cave biome has at least one? This feels very unfortunate because we're definitely above lush caves, according to this map. It should keep spreading on a bit. I'm gonna go grab some melons. You should also go caving. I actually need the azalea tree. It's not that I want to find the lush cave for other reasons. I am actually looking for the azalea tree that leads to the lush cave. That's why I've started with finding out where the lush caves are. Hello, X and chat. First time in X's stream and first time watching Hermitcraft. Looking forward to more copper golems in the future. Oh, there will be cool copper golem stuff in my episodes, believe me. I am raring to go. Later today, I'm going to finish tomorrow's episode, so there'll be an episode out tomorrow. Once that's done, I am going to plow straight into the next episode and build something really cool. What I've sort of been doing is letting all the interactions happen and doing bits and bobs and kind of like waiting to the back end of an episode to like commit to the project. This time I think I'm going to start the episode after next with the project. Change up the pacing a little bit. Hey, we found a pale oak biome. Still no azalea though. Where is it? This one looks mega as well. Oh, by the way, oh! Look at that. Look where we are. I guess it like loops around every so often. Huh. That's cool. That's cool. Taking a picture of that. There's something we're doing, by the way, this season. It just popped into my mind because we're flying over all this terrain, and this terrain will eventually get pruned because it hasn't been loaded for very long. But we've automated pruning. So the server restarts and automatically prunes the world once a week. And so far, it's been working. We had to do loads of back and forth. Oh, that could have been... Oh, this could still be pretty bad. No blocks on the hotbar. Health is very low. Make a decision. God, I really left that to the last second. Really left that to the last second. I think I'm just gonna dig my way out of this one because I didn't have my armor on, right? God, being distracted is not good. Not good. What was I gonna say? We automated pruning. We had to do a lot of back and forth to get bugs fixed, and we found multiple issues with MCA, Inhabitor, and like, oh my god, some of the diagnosing I had to do is so tricky to figure out like why this stuff wasn't working and making sense of it all. But we like kind of like down to the wire eventually got it all figured out right before the season started, and then it's been running. So now every Monday, the world will be automatically pruned. It will find all chunks that have a inhabited time below 3 minutes and remove them. So when we explore areas like this, if I hang out here for 3 minutes, this chunk in this area will survive. But if we're here for less than that, it will get pruned. And that keeps the world size down. What is auto pruning? Well, let's start with what pruning is, because the auto bit explains itself, right? Pruning is the act of removing terrain from the world. The reason you would want to do this is because a world can become very big over time as people explore it. And then when you want to give the world download out to people, you don't want to give them a 10 gigabyte file, right? There's going to be all this terrain that's absolutely useless, like, oh, X flew over here one day and then found some sort of mega iron golem farm. That was unexpected. I didn't think we'd be finding a bunch of farms. Whose is this? Whose is this stuff? Little industrial farming area. Wells Knights, okay. Very cool. Well, if I need some iron, I'll probably pinch some from Wells then. Anyway. So, you want to do that. You want to do that on a consistent basis because you have tools that let you identify which parts of the world have only been loaded for a short amount of time. The problem is if you don't do it on a regular basis, they accumulate more time as people fly over them. Someone later on in the season will fly over this area again. It will just happen. It'll probably happen several times. So if you don't get on top of it, it makes it harder and harder to look at the world and figure out where people have actually gone and played it and played and done stuff. So if someone goes and builds something out in the wild, you might accidentally prune it. So by having the pruning automated, it means I don't have to keep doing it. And every time I do it, mistakes get made. And this is because MCA Selector has had bugs in it, and we have fortunately now found some of those bugs and fixed them for the automation process. So I'm sure some of you heard stories of like, that looks like a possible either chunk border issue, or this could be related to pruning. I don't know. You've probably heard stories of hermits, they had a build and it disappeared or whatever. And it's like, this is the thing with the pruning. I do the automated selection and then it selects an area it shouldn't because it's got bugs and issues. But those appear to be fixed now, which is great. Alright, we found no azalea trees, which is super annoying. What are my other options here? I could continue flying somewhere else. I guess, yeah. Oh, my wings are going to run out. Okay. In that case, I think we go back up here and we go get a mending book and unbreaking and... You know what, I'm chewing through these rockets a little bit as well. I've only got one stack. I don't have a lot of gunpowder. Wait a minute. I have a gunpowder farm. I think Tango might have... When Tango was last here, Tango might have took all the gunpowder. Oh, look! There's some for me. Interesting. I think Tango's been using this a lot, because there is just tons and tons of materials all the way to the top chest. Wow. Right, I'll... Well, we got some gunpowder, people. That's not bad. Why is X looking for azalea? To get rooted dirt. That's the one, rooted dirt. This is still a precarious path, people. Anyways, if I'm going to have wings, I can explore the server from the skies a little easier. So I think we'll do that. We'll try some other terrain that might have what we're looking for. What are they talking about in chat, by the way? I see some of y'all are talking about it. See, Pearl said burning down some of the firefighters' village is a sure way to spark something. I'll get you. I don't know, like, how that conversation led to that. Anyone see that Veritasium video about modeling numbers. There's a really good term for this, and it's not coming to mind. But anyway, you model like distribution of numbers, and then they ended up applying some of these ideas to forest fires, and they found that like when you protect the forest from forest fires, this isn't like a universal truth. This just happens to be true of. Oh wait, where do we want to go here? I mean, my inventory's a bit of a wreck. We should probably go home first. Happens to be true of modeling forest fires, but basically, when you like protect the forest from forest fires, you build up like more flammable areas, and so you have these big catastrophic wildfires because you've let more areas build up and become more flammable. Whereas if you have a hands-off approach, like you don't get these mega fires as often. But they did it all through like math and science and showing you loads of cool examples about like the distribution of numbers and stuff. It was really, really cool stuff. I really like Veritasium. Really cool channel. Okay, so a little bit of tidy up, right? That can go in here. Gonna make a few more rockets. Almost everything out of there can go straight in. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Let's just leave it in there. Okay, a chest won't go in. But yeah, everything else I think can. But see, isn't this just such an amazing way to do stuff so early in the game? The smithing template, I'm not sure if they all go in the same chest together or if they're separated by type. Like, the way potions all go together is really good. But they have the Minecraft name potion. So then, I'm not sure if I actually gave a smithing template one of these. I didn't. Let's go do that. If we can. We got 2. Wonder if we can get that other one back. Yeah, there's one there. So I'm gonna use that one as the one that goes on the thing for now, like here. Now, the difference is they're called... They have different item names. I've got a feeling that means they'll get separated in sorting, which is a bit of a shame, because if they could be lumped together, I think that would be... That would make a fair bit of sense, wouldn't it? All right, so we want some paper, then we need to go to a shop, and then we need to go to... yeah, do some more exploring, I guess. Try and find this thing. Where's my sugarcane at, homie? I've got some outside, haven't I? Do I have a preference for streaming or creating episodes, says Debori. I like doing both. What I would say about streaming is that it's definitely easier to do than making an episode. And the thing that I kind of wonder about is if streaming has taken away from videos in a way. But if it has or it hasn't, I enjoy doing both. So I kind of like that I do both, you know, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. You know, I went absolutely ham on YouTube for over 10 years making videos non-stop. I don't feel like I need to do that anymore, you know? I'm just kind of good with the vibe. Donkey! Donkey, come back here, you. Flint and steel, that's a good item that I wish could go into a bundle and just be treated as like one item. Maybe you can only have one per bundle, but like that and shears, I feel like there's a lot of usefulness that could come from that. While we're passing through the area, things might update, by the way. So I saw a little bit of Scar stream at the end of the day, and he was talking about building a bridge. Is this like frog-like parkour? He was talking about building a bridge across this area, and it sounded really cool, and it's in view of my area. So now I feel like I'm going to have an amazing view looking out. I've got to give him an amazing view looking back. This is something that I do, by the way. When I see beehives, I take them. So if anyone's trying to make a natural tree-oriented farm, watch out. I'll come and pinch him. So you got full symmetry over here. I love the build palette here. Very cool stuff. Ren over there. Cleo and Pearl in that direction. So Scar's going to go across to here. And that means when you look across this bit, you see our area. And look, you can start to see how I'm going to fill in this space, right? It's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool. Hey, another one! In you go, little fella. Boop. Huge bridge. Yeah, that's gonna be a mega bridge, right? Be a hero. Be a hero. All right, let's go across to the shop. Whoa! What way am I going? I'm looking around. I'm looking at my chat. I'm not looking where I'm going. Apparently I'm saving the bees from him. Has Scar been abusing the bees? What is this? Scar wouldn't do such a thing. Donations are welcome for the shopping district. All right, what's needed? Boo! This guy jumps so high. Whew. It's like I'm flying. We loading more Cubs area now? I feel like I just saw some chorus stuff pop into existence. Okay, we've got a parking spot. And then we need... They're probably going to be both out of stock now that I think about it. Oh, hi, fella. Hey, they're not. Okay. I might, while I can, take quite a few of these now that I think about it. Because I plan on making a few more tools. So, plop these down. We got this right here. I have that right there. And this right here. Break him down, break him down, break him down. Right. I got 2 sets of wings. And then I'm going to make another 2 tools. So I kind of want 4 of each. That's some breaking done. That's click on the llama. So now I need another 8 diamonds and 4 more books. How am I going to deal with this? You go in there. There's almost enough room, I think. I don't need eggs. I don't know why eggs are in here. 1, 2, 3. I could use a shulker box, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I could have got cheaper ones from False. Oh, I'm sorry, False. I'm sorry. I could have traveled over there and got cheaper ones. Dang it. Well, that's that done. But yeah, I kind of do need to use the shulker box because we plan on filling up our inventory with rooted dirt. And so this disgusting abomination kind of needs a little bit of refinement, I think. There you go, that looks much better. Much, much better. Okay, 1 in there, 1 in here. Now we got to pick a direction to go. I've got to look at my map again. So the mushroom, you know, I think I've got to go quite far because the mushroom island, I don't think that will spawn an azalea tree at the top of it. I've flown around these other, I say flown, I've been to some of these other areas looking for these trees and I can't find them. I think I've spotted an area we could go to, yeah. Okay, I've got another spot we could go to. We'll probably use like Joe Hills' portal to get there and then fly from Joe Hills. Oh yeah, repair elytra. Thank you for the heads up on that one. It would have been very me to have forgotten about that crucial step. Do I want an azalea tree? Yeah, I do. I've not been able to find one so far. Elusive, those trees. Yeah, when you're looking for them, they feel like they are. Otherwise, you know, I see them quite often and it's like, oh, cool. Why am I not using moss, says Ray Spoon? I don't know why I'm not using moss. Probably because I'm busy looking for an azalea tree. Okay, let's go and put one there. All right, repairing wings. So books are in the box. I will take out the mending. I will take out the unbreaking. Should we do both now? We'll do both now. Mending, unbreaking. We'll get that done. Alright, now we go to the end dimension. Let's do this. You could bone meal moss and then azalea to make a rooted dirt. Yeah, it's painfully slow to do it that way. That's the problem. I mean, had I spent all of this time doing it that way, I might have a stack of rooted dirt, but like I kind of need more than that. You know, I could fill up, not fill up a shulker box, but I'll need a shulker box to put the rooted dirt in, you know, so we'll get plenty. Titless Gothrat says, Titless Gothrat says, I fear this is much slower at this point. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. Automate, you need even more. Oh my god, then the amount of reds, sometimes these suggestions, it's like, why don't you build a farm from that? It's like, hey, that farm takes a lot of resources and time to build, and I don't even have the farms you need to do to make the farm. I don't have a bone mill farm, I don't have the pistons, like, I know what I'm doing here, people. I know what I'm doing here, believe it or not. Oh, we got carpets! We got safety carpets at long last. At long last. Also, yeah, exploring's alright. I'm enjoying exploring the world. You mean it's not your first day on Minecraft? It's not my first day on Minecraft, no. If you stop looking, they show up real quick. Yeah, that's what it feels like, right? Ba-da! Huh! Ka-chow! Kabunga! These noises, they help you get things done quicker, by the way. Just pro tip, you know. Take it from a professional. Ah! It disappeared. Hi. Let's say X's elytra. I'd actually like to rename them to wings. X-wings. X's wings. That works. Right, now we go back over here and do that. That thing can start repairing. Maybe some tools as well. X's wings, there we go. Let's put that on the offhand. Skiz has a similar motto. Oh, making noises. I had to think about that for a second. I was like, what are we talking about again? Are hostile mobs sound off for a data pack to remove specifically Enderman screams? Vanilla Tweaks might do that, but I know what you mean. The screams are pretty wild. I actually really like the scream that they make. I think that's cool, like sound design, game design stuff right there. Right, I don't particularly need to make sure this pick is fully repaired right now, and I'm not going to bother. I'll keep a stack of ender pearls, might be useful. That can go into there. Let us now leave the end dimension the quick and speedy way. Nice, we have upgraded. Moments like this, I do not mind using the wings for. Hey, someone's capturing endermen in boats. Is that because I was flying? That might be because I was flying that I came through and didn't go straight up. That's interesting that that happened. I was not expecting that. We may need to make a few more adjustments to the respawning mechanism. Let me make a note. That's actually worth investigating. I have so many things to do. I got so many notes of little things to do in my episode and stuff now. It's crazy. Crazy. New world. So exciting, right? Also, didn't I say I got to pick a portal now? We're going to go to Joe's. Yo, Frosty Nymph, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. Thanks for the support. Joe is this way. Oh, look at that. Okay, flying through the Nether Hub, flying through the End Dimension. The wings, I'm going to use them. Oh, I got this horrible feeling now that, like, it's going to creep on me. It's going to be like, you know, the wings will get you there quicker. Right, we are flying to... Let's do the coordinates hub on screen for this one. We are flying to 1,900, which is definitely that way. Sorry, that's the second coordinate. The first one will be 4,000. Yo, Drunk Marksman. Thank you so much for the Prime, dude. Appreciate you using the old Amazon Prime on me. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Yo, did Amazon launch like a new streaming music service or something? Because I got a letter in the post about it. And I was like, is this new? I thought Amazon always did that. Maybe they didn't do streaming. Maybe they launched something new. And then I couldn't be bothered to look it up. I was supposed to look it up and I didn't. Yo, Creeper Jones 651, thank you for using the Prime. Appreciate it, my dude. This is the village before the village. The next village is where we might start to see some lush caves, azalea trees, that kind of stuff. Amazon Music already exists as Hold Safandril. Yeah, it just feels like something they would have already done, right? So I got this little letter in the post, and they're like, it's called Amazon Music now or something. And I was like, didn't you always do streaming? Is this new? Because I use Spotify, and I wouldn't want to switch now. You're like kind of like all your playlists and stuff. You're sort of hooked in. Okay, this is the village. This is the spot. And if that's desert, that might make it super easier to find a tree. But Azalea, where are you, man? Why are they so difficult to find on the seed? In the spruce biome, they'll actually be a little bit lower down to the ground because these trees are all taller than it. So that can be somewhat deceptive if you're trying to find one. But this is the area, man. This is supposed to be all good here. Dang it. I'm having no luck. If we were to go somewhere else from here... Okay, I'm going to hop to another location. Wait. Somebody else saw it on the beach. On the beach. Okay, let's go up and then take a look down. Oh! God, we've been searching for so long. I can't believe it. Oh, great. It's right next to water. And I don't have any spare blocks. Grab some of that. Gonna need to build up a little bit of a barrier here. So that we can get this stuff without... Ugh, I need some more. All that other stuff leaking in. We've got a hype train going. Level 2, apparently. Thank you, everyone, for your amazing support. It's always appreciated. Nipper231, thank you for the Prime. Unwoven Rainbows here for 70 months. And we got Willow Wolf gifting 2 subs to Lily Silvers and Jordan the Healer. Be sure to say thanks in chat if you get gifted a sub as always. Thank you for the amazing support, people. Enjoy the hype train. New carriages will be added soon. Hopefully after this weekend we're going to get a few more amazing animations from the Puka. That'll be exciting to see. And for me, I might do streams on Tuesday and Thursday again, but things are touch and go. As you know, with my granddad in the hospital, anything can happen there. I don't know how I'll be feeling, so I might take some time off. You know, I don't have a schedule as a streamer. I probably should. And every time I try and make a schedule, something seems to happen. So one thing I will be doing, December the 14th, we've got the Hermitcraft stream event thing. Let's not forget about that. Now, Becca's coming in with more gifted subs. Goodness me. Becca, thank you again for more. You Acne, Becky Kitty Mama, Brick and Stone, Katu, Rananlat 93, Yupino, Vebind, Aiden WNL, Shabaka, and Pixel Bonus. Be sure to say thanks in the chat if you heard your name being read out loud. We've got Handers coming in with a subscription and Notice Diamond here with a Prime. Apparently you hit level 4 of the hype train. Well, now you get more carriages, right? More than you had a moment ago. How many more? We'll find out. Now, I don't mind collecting a little bit of sand and sandstone. It's not part of my build palette this season, but I'm sure I'll need a touch of it here and there. And yeah, we'll take all of that and we'll get our rooted dirt. Now, can you see how this is probably the better way to get rooted dirt? And this is just one tree. Had I gone to an area and spotted a couple of them, we would have been in some serious business. Also, I think it's nighttime. I'm hoping... Oh, do you know what? We might get more light coming down. I think leaves distort the light, right? So if I get rid of that, it might be a little... The experience going down here might be a little better in terms of visibility, but whatever. Let's mine some blocks. Oh, it's about to be Ren's time. Yes, yes, yes. I'm very aware. I kind of wanted to go say hello to Ren and like pass the stream torch over, but we didn't get this done in time, and I really wanted to get these materials so I can finish building my paths. Otherwise, it would have been pretty cool to say hi. Like that's something we need. Is that? Wait, what am I talking about? That's the way we should do it. I know where this is now. If I want to come back and get more. Yeah. No, we'll go say hi to Ren. We'll do that because that's the way you should do it. I don't know what I'm on about. Like, now that I know where this is, I can come back and get it when I need it, right? That works, that works. Yeah, there's definitely a thing about the leaves sort of distorting the light coming down. If I get rid of that right there, there's no leaf block. Ooh, do you know what that means? I think that means there might be a portal here. Or, oh no, it's just spawning in the waterlogged caves, isn't it? Okay, okay. Right, how long do we have then? 3 minutes, so I should probably start heading over there now. Okay, let's get the last few bits of the rooted dirt we can see. And then we'll bounce. We will bounce and pass off the torch to Ren. Oh my god, I say the last few bits, it just keeps going. It just keeps going and going, people. Okay, that'll... One more block. That should do. How am I going to get out of here? Oh my god. Right. Got to go find Ren now. We know what this is. I'll bookmark this location for later. I can actually just get out of here like this, can't I? Oh my god, that's so good. So good. Right. I'm pretty sure that the way back is this way. Let's go find a Ren dog. We can actually just fly to Ren's. It's happening, people. It's happening. The wings are taking over. Why? I think we can allow it. We can allow it for this. No longer an naysayer. No. I will, when we travel around base to base, I will stick to the donkey. If I have to go across massive amounts of terrain to get some materials for building, that's different. That's different. Oh, I can use the face bar to find Ren. I just kind of realized, like, I think I'm sort of in line with Ren's base, and then I'm like, I can see his face. It's like drugs. I'm hooked. Stream cooked chicken today. Stream cooked chicken today. I don't know. Peeves, thank you so much for the amazing support. As I was saying a moment ago, I don't know when I'll be streaming again next. I'll probably aim for Tuesday and Thursday, but I'll see how I feel. And of course, I've got stuff going on with family, so it's always possible that things happen and I take a few days off or whatever. But, you know, I like to keep you in the loop of what's going on. I think we're going to have less update videos for the rest of the year, so it'll just be episodes of Hermitcraft probably now. I'm going to try and get one out a week up until Christmas, maybe a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. I gotta hide these wings, by the way. Whoa! Something just popped into existence. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is that? What is that even? Right, I definitely wasn't using my wings to get over here, you know. Remove all evidence. Ren cannot know. I hear a voice. I thought I did.
It's Mr. Xisuma, what's up, dude?
Hi, Ren! My fellow naysayer.
Hey. Hello, naysayer with
Hi.
wings. I've been watching you fly around, dude. I've been watching you fly around.
Hey, for long distance resource gathering, that's what they're for. But for getting around base to base here in our communal area, I'm sticking to the horse, for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, The elders of the Naysay Guild would disagree, but sure.
Oh. Oh, there's like a hierarchy. There's power now. It's already gone to your head, Ren.
Yeah. Although I think you're onto something. I think this week I'm gonna be using wings for
Yeah.
resource gathering and
We've
all that
done
sort of thing.
exploring, we've done resource gathering. It's about
Yeah.
getting it done and getting to the real magic, like the amazing builds that you're putting together here, you know?
Exactly, man. Congratulations on finding your rooted dirt. That was
Yeah. Oh my god.
quite a mission.
It was, it was. Covered a lot of terrain, finally got there in the end. Do you need any rooted dirt?
I mean, I'll always take out a stack.
Yeah,
would be
you'll
amazing.
be
Thank you,
doing
mate.
something at some point and wish you had a rooted dirt block or two, so that'll get you
100%.
started.
100%, dude.
So, what
But
you
anyway,
got planned?
You have a good morning, dude?
I did have a good morning, yeah.
Sweet.
What you got planned for your
I-
stream?
I mean, I'm just going to be carrying on from where we left off yesterday because we've been
Ooh.
back-to-backing this weekend,
Yeah.
which is nice.
So what did you get up to
I've
yesterday?
been-
I missed pretty much the whole of yesterday's stream day. Pretty much
So
the whole of it.
We changed all of this to moss, basically, to get like a
Ooh.
darker green,
Yeah, that's nice.
which is pretty cool. And over there in yonder distance, I'm working on a iron golem farm that's going to be a giant robot thing.
That's so cool. I saw it on the way over here and I just thought that looks great.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I need to get some villagers, and Hero
Ah.
of the server XP Crafted mentioned that I could go over to his
Nice.
place to yoink some villagers. So I'm gonna take a ghast over there.
Oh,
with some
sweet.
boats.
Yeah, happy go. Oh, that's such a great way to do it. That'll be an awesome
Yeah.
journey.
We finally have a way to transport villagers, dude. It's so awesome.
It is, yeah. Although that being said, you should see the video I put on my channel a couple of weeks ago because I kind of discovered the just unbelievably easy way to do it, to move them. Like, to move a crowd of them. To
I
get them
did
to
watch
go.
that video. That's what
Yeah.
the points of interest, right?
Yeah. It, like, literally, I don't know how well my video conveyed it, but, like, you could have, let's say, 20 villagers in a hole here. You just spam those composters in a path to your location, right? Let them loose and just slowly just walk with them, remove the one at the end. They will go all the way across to where you want. It is so easy.
Yeah,
it is
that's pretty awesome.
kind of crazy, you know?
I mean, that's easy if you're like moving from one side of your base to the other, right? But to like yoink them from the other side of the server and bring them
Ooh.
all the way to the other side,
Yeah, that's a mission.
the happy ghast does the job, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And they're awesome happy ghasts, right?
They're the best.
Oh, they look so good. Cool.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna try and catch a little bit of it, but
Cool,
I'm
man.
gonna go for a run and I'm gonna cook and stuff. I'm gonna go in the sauna, so I'm gonna be busy, but I'll try and catch a bit of your stream. It'll be good
Jeez, dude,
fun.
There's a whole bunch of adulting going on, dude.
Yeah, man,
How's
I'm on it. You know, I'm taking care of myself. I've got things to do.
You're busy, dude. You're a busy guy. You know, you got to
Yeah,
look
man.
after the brain and the body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Because if these things are malfunctioning, then everything else malfunctions. You know? That's
Exact-
pretty much how it goes.
Exactly, yeah. All right, dude. I'm gonna send the people your way now. I'm gonna wrap up my stream, and then they're gonna be ready to raid.
Xisuma, have you once again forgot to make a stream torch?
It's not that I've forgotten; it's that I couldn't be bothered.
That's fair.
I didn't make one yesterday. I feel like it was good for a while, but then it just becomes some like item that you've renamed and. Oh, do you know what?
but
Maybe
it's
what
for
we
the
should
museum,
do.
dude. It's for the museum at the end of the year. Come on
True.
now.
Well, I'll let you make a stream torch, but maybe what we should do is think ahead a little. Maybe next time
Yeah.
we get Hoffen to make a cool item. You know,
Yes.
because we've got all the custom model stuff, we can surely come up with something good.
Definitely. Oh, that's such an awesome idea. Yeah, like
Yeah.
based on what is going on the server at the time, you know, like we make an item that matches. Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Exactly, yeah.
For example, this time we could have made a little miniature statue of pudding as the stream torch.
We still could. We still could get it made, you know, and
Yeah.
put it in the museum, like you said. Who's making the museum? Someone will.
Somewhat. It's I'm just throwing the idea out there. I'm planting the seed, you know.
Someone
I
will.
might throw up a little museum here in the Arcane District. It would
That'd
match
be cool.
the, like this magical society is all about archiving and protecting and preserving. So that
Ah.
would actually
That would fit
that
in
would
really
match quite
well then.
nicely.
Yeah, you got. See, the seed has already started to sprout.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Sweet, dude.
All right, man. I'm gonna wander
Awesome.
off, wrap up my stream, send people your way. Have a good
All
one.
right. Sounds good, man. See you, X.
So there you go,
Chat.
people. The stream continues with Ren. And I don't think I've got much else to say. I don't think I needed to, right? But I will do one last little thing. Okay, so you can go to live.hermitcraft.com to get the schedule for today. So Ren's next. Then you can find out who's after Ren all the way into the evening. I mean, this is a whole day of entertainment for y'all. So go check it out. And also shop.hermitcraft.com. You can get some holiday merch, mugs and stickers. And then on the 14th, we will be doing a stream event, which is slightly different. It is one time a day where a whole bunch of hermits pop onto stream. These are the hermits that are streaming. More hermits will be joining us, and we'll just see what happens. We'll all stream at once, and I'm pretty sure chaos will ensue. Anyway, that's going to be it from me. Let's get the raid on Ren ready to go. So stick around. You'll be sent over to Ren's channel. Be sure to send him some love, and have a good time hanging out with Ren. What did Twitch just do? Oh, it did it. It did it. Okay, there we go. That's it. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.